Hey everyone, it's Kelsey. Welcome back to my channel, and it's time to do my October reset. So as usual, the first thing I'm going to do is go through my September goals, let you guys know what I did, what I didn't do, all that good stuff. So, September goals. Obviously, I always have to pay my credit bill on there, which I did. The only thing that I did not do on my goals list was I didn't go to a brewery, but there have been many talks about going to a brewery in October, so I think that will get done in October. Then I had to set up my Halloween room decor, which I did. I had film reaction to Agatha All Along because that's something I really wanted to make sure I did for this show because I just knew that I was going to love it. I knew the reactions were going to come out really cool. Obviously, I've been doing that if you've been watching them on my channel. If you haven't, go check them out. They're a lot of fun. Then I had hit 700 subscribers, which I did. So thank you guys for that. I'm very excited. Then I had to continue doing yoga, which I have been very good about this month, actually. And then I had to increase my daily step count, which I've also been really good about this month. So overall, this was a great month for me, goals-wise. I literally did all of my goals except for like the one like recreational thing that was on there, which I think is pretty good. So now obviously I've got my little September recap, which is in my journal. And then my October page, which I think looks really cool. It was giving Monthtober. I saw it on Pinterest, so I was like, I have to do it. What I watched during September. Obviously, I watched Agatha All Along. In my journal, I like to rate them like a 4 out of 5 stars, but obviously, like, I rate them on IMDb and that's out of 10. But I'll just tell you guys the 4 out of 5 star rating that I put in my journal. So, Agatha All Along, 5 stars. That should be absolutely shocking to nobody. I know people have been like review bombing it. I don't understand why. I think it's a really well done show. I think it's a lot of fun. The next thing I've been watching obviously is The Acolyte because I have been doing reactions to that as well. I gave this a 1 out of 5 star in my journal. I don't think this is a good series. I don't think it's that well done. If you've seen my reactions, you've seen me kind of drag it a little bit. Obviously the sets are really cool, but it does look like someone just like filmed something on a Star Wars set. It doesn't really feel like part of the universe to me. That being said, I've only watched like the first 2 episodes, I think, because then Agatha All Along came out, so I prioritized those reactions. So I think at this point I've only watched the first 2, so hey, maybe I'll feel differently as I continue. Then I've been watching Fire Country, which I gave like a 2.5 star. You know me, I love 911, so I love a good firefighter show, but nothing was ever really gonna measure up to 911 for me. Some of the acting is pretty bad in this, but I will say it's only the younger actors who are bad at acting. The older actors are great. They're fabulous. Their acting is great. They really like save the show for me, in my opinion. It's also got Billy Swan from Twilight. He's a great actor in this. It's really nice to get to see him like do more, you know, and play, because he was in 911 Lone Star too, but his character was such an asshole, so it's nice for him to play a character that's like not as much of an asshole, you know. So it's like a 2.5 stars because there's some bad acting, but I'm still watching. It's still got me watching the show, so I feel like it's doing something right, and it is a very interesting premise, which I like, and there's a lot of good drama. That's all I've been watching this month, and then what I've been reading this month, I read I Will Find You by Harlan Coben. This is my first Harlan Coben book. I gave this a 4 out of 5 stars. I love this book. I was hooked. I was sat. I finished it really fast. It kind of broke me out of my reading slump that I had been in for like months, which was exciting. I'm definitely going to read more books in this genre because I really enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I was going to, which is really exciting. I am sad though because I was like, oh, I'm going to read more of his books, but then all of the premises sound exactly the same. Like, he's really just writing the same book over and over again, and people are just eating it up. So, that being said, I will reserve my judgment until I read another one. I'm just saying all of the summaries on Goodreads sound exactly the same. It's the same concept of, like, someone who was wrongly accused of some sort of crime. It's usually always murder in every recap I've read. And then they have to, like, you know, somehow clear their name, and there's, like, a big mystery of it. But I'm sure the way it's done is different, so I probably will still read another one and see. Then I read Spookily Yours. This book, I gave it a 3 out of 5 stars. It was fine. It was a cute little Halloween rom-com. It got a little bonkers at the end. Like, it kind of just went off the rails. It felt like the author had a lot they wanted to do, and they didn't really know how they wanted to do it. And it also felt like they started writing the book and then decided that they wanted to go in a different direction with it. So then, like, the tone of it completely changed by the end. Like, it started off as like a cute little Halloween rom-com and then randomly turned into like a bootleg like ACOTAR, if that makes sense, or like a bootleg Kingdom of the Wicked. Does that make sense? It would, if you read it, you'd probably agree with me. And it wasn't necessarily bad, it was just abrupt, you know? And I was like, oh, I didn't expect it to go this way. I didn't think that it was this type of world, if that makes sense. Then I read A Ghost of a Chance, another cute little Halloween rom-com. This one I gave it 2 out of 5 stars. It was promising with the premise, and it was promising at the beginning. And like, I liked the characters fine, and I really liked the premise, but the problem is it did not follow, like, it didn't follow its own layout at all, you know? Like, it was supposed to be like about like this mansion that's like haunted, and then it didn't have that at all. It was like the first few chapters of the book had like one ghost sighting, and then randomly it was like all about the romance, but in a way that didn't make any sense. And then in the like last 2 chapters of the book, there was ghosts. So it just wasn't well constructed, you know? So I was disappointed, so I gave it a 2 out of 5 stars. I feel like I rarely rate a book 1 star unless it like enrages me, you know? Like, I didn't feel rage when I finished this book, so it gets a 2. Then I read North Ranger, which is a graphic novel based off of North Hanger. Is that how you... I'm gonna sound so stupid. I don't know how you say that, but it's a Jane Austen book that I haven't read, and I didn't realize this was like a retelling of that because I just saw it and I was like, I really just saw it and was like, the illustrations look cute and I wanted a graphic novel. And then I started reading it and I was like, oh my god, and it's spooky, because I just like didn't know it was going to be a ghost story for some reason. And then I realized it was a retelling of Jane Austen, and I was like, oh my god, there were so many layers to my like journey reading this book and my discovery. It was really fun. I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. It was really well done. A really good time. I loved the illustration style too. I thought it was like just like a pretty graphic novel in general. Those were the books I read and the shows I watched. I think overall I did pretty good with reading and watching things. Better than most of the months this year. So overall, September was a good month. I had a good September. I'm very excited it's October now because that is my favorite month of the entire year. I love October, love spooky season. I've got a lot going on in October that I'm excited for, so it's gonna be a good time. Okay, let's go through my October goals. The first goal that I always have on here is I always put to pay my credit bill by the date it has to pay. I have to pay it by. Luckily for me, it's the first of the month, so it's pretty easy to remember, but I just put it on there just in case because I feel like I'll just forget. Then I put on a lot of like dates of like plans I have coming up because I just have a lot to do this month. So I have a wedding I'm going to in October, so that's on there. I put dress up for Halloween on there, obviously. I put visit on there because my sister and Justin are coming to visit, which is very exciting. Then I put workout 2 to 3 times a week. I've been doing that in September. I was really good about that in the back half of the month, so this should be pretty easy for me to continue. Then I had yoga every other day, which I was also really good about in September, so I put that on there because I want to keep doing that. Then go pumpkin picking, because me and my friends are going pumpkin picking. And then I put on Oktoberfest because they're doing an Oktoberfest thing near me that we're gonna go to. Then we're doing boo baskets that we're giving to each other, like Secret Santa, but for Halloween. So I put that on there. Then I had hit 750 subscribers is my October subscriber goal. Then I had to film my quarterly reset for quarter 3 because I've been doing them for the whole year. I want to finish the year out doing the quarterly resets, but obviously a big reason I started doing those was because I didn't want to do the monthly resets anymore, but now I'm doing the monthly resets, so I don't know what I'm going to be doing next year. We'll figure it out. Yeah, those are my big things. There's not a whole lot on the list that's not like plans because it is such a busy month for me plan-wise. Also, it is my favorite month of the year, so I want to make sure I enjoy it. That's it. That's my reset. Pretty succinct. Comment down below what your goals are for October, what you're doing to celebrate Halloween. Give it a thumbs up down below if you enjoyed, and be sure to subscribe for more content if you are not already. It makes me very happy, helps my channel out a lot, and I'll see you guys on Friday with another video. Later, Gators. Bye.